So I bought this thing here. What a pain that was to install. But Liam, put the tailgate up. Close it. Now open it and just let it slam. It's obnoxious. I don't know if I like it. A lot of weight. Weird, but okay, whatever. And then they send this for some whatever reason. Unless, I wonder if that's what I was supposed to use. Oh, they they sent me that.
Why don't
for
you use it?
These guys here. I didn't realize. Oh well, whatever. Alright, quick catch up to speed. We were gonna bring the black truck to the shop today, but they are finally doing the solar like they've been supposed to do for the longest time. So we can't do that today. I did get the tailgate thing installed, which was kind of cool. And then I'm gonna go today. I just did 3 quarter turns on the pre-boost adjustment. So we have a little bit more pre-boost. I'm gonna test drive it out a little bit. I need to do 5 clicks on the start wheel, so we're good there. I wanna work on the fuel shutoff on this truck and a couple of other little things since we don't have anything else to do. I'm gonna kind of give you an update on the financial situation just because that's what I gotta do, because I keep you guys in the loop on everything, and that's what I do. So obviously Hotshot took a plummet for local stuff, which is fine, you know, it's no big deal. There's always other income sources. I'm not gonna hit my gross numbers that I wanted to hit, but we're still doing fine. We're still surviving. Bills are still paid. Kids are still taken care of, you know, yada yada, the same, all that. So no stress here. The fuel prices, they suck. Obviously everyone's talking about it. Yes, it 100% it does suck. But at the end of the day, there's always other ways to come out here and make money. So as you guys know, with me doing YouTube for the past 2 years, I've finally gotten it to the point where none of my bills had to have been paid with any of the money that I made from trucking. I've always just been able to pay the bills for the last probably, I don't know, 12 months. I'd say probably about the last 12 months I've been able to pay the bills with just YouTube. 10, 12 months, something like that. So that's pretty good. So that's what I'm gonna be focusing on right now, is just continuing to make content. I'm gonna try to start making better content, as opposed to, like, it's hard to say. Like, I definitely wanna get a better camera and do some of the things like that and get a little bit better with editing if I can. But so this is basically just an update video, and hey, we're gonna work on the truck and just kind of give you guys updates on the situation. But pretty much from here on out, YouTube is the main source of pay the bill money, and then anything else is extra. So Hotshot, it is nice that it is really good content. I'm not gonna be, like, I can't lie there. I loved it doing power only. The car hauling, I've pretty much done everything that I can do content-wise, because now at this point, it's just picking up 3 cars from Copart, dropping them off at a warehouse, and back and forth. Now they don't even pay enough to make it worth it, so it's not a big deal. Just, if I can find some cool power only stuff, great. If cars decide to pay good, I'll take a load here and there. Next week, we do have, pretty much all week we'll be in the shop. I'm gonna tell the guy, you know, pretty much 2 weeks is what I wanna have that truck realistically for. And the reason I say that is because after going through and looking at everything, there's a lot that first it needs to be assessed, it needs cleaned, I need to see what's all there, what's not there, what parts to order, and we'll go from there. And the main holdup on that is going to be what parts are available and what isn't. Back in here. Can't get over this tailgate. It's kind of weird. Look at that. Little shocky thingy. A lot of effort to fix it, but I guess this right here, that keeps it from going in there. Makes a little bit of noise, but nothing's loose. There's a nut cert there. I guess both sides. It's like a hole here for a nut cert, but if you guys want one, hit the brakes again. Hit the brakes. Oh, my lights work. That light up there. All right, let go of them. Now turn the lights on. Yeah. All right, turn it off. I want to see. So these LEDs, they warn you about it. They stay on 100% of the time, if you notice that. So that's normal. I guess you need to throw a resistor in there, but I'm not super worried about it because I don't care. It's not going to hurt anything. And then, look at that. We actually have lights now, so that makes sense. All right, so here's what I've been working on for the past hour because it took me some time. I got this actually screwed in now, so it won't move. Then I also hose clamped it, and instead of going out and around like I was yesterday, like down here, I ended up going through the throttle area. So I can shorten the cable up and it's more of a direct shot. So you can see there's the throttle, and then it just needs to come right down there somewhere. So I can actually end up cutting a lot of this off, which is great. So that's step one. I need a fuel shutoff to work. So big question for everybody in the comments. Josh, do you want to start a YouTube channel?
Too much effort.
But if we get enough votes in the comments, should Josh start a YouTube channel? Because he's had to produce, what am I doing?
Just put the shaft on.
Okay.
All right.
It's on.
Good.
So, Josh bought a Toyota thinking that they're reliable,
Motherfucker, it is.
only to end up having to rebuild the entire thing.
I'm just realigning the rack. So I can have...
So, I'll let the people in the comments decide. It's Thor, by the way. He owns the little red truck. He's the guy that drives around with the Sequoia with a pintle hitch on the back. So, all right, what we got going on here. So I made it pretty clean, I think. I think I did a really good job on this. So we got the cables back there. You guys can see. It runs out. I have everything hose clamped together. Look at that. You guys won't be able to see in there. But all I gotta do, come over here, make sure she's in neutral, see if she starts. Look at this. Now I'm gonna do one hand. Oh, look at that, shuts right off. Cool. So that was the goal. Gotta move the steering wheel down a little bit. Going in the morning, we're gonna go pick up a headache rack. Tomorrow, finally was able to get in touch with the guy, so we're gonna pick that up around 8 tomorrow. And then we'll come back and go get the white truck. I was saying earlier, I gotta mess with the star wheel and the pre-boost. But you know it's time for a new motor when oil starts coming out your dipstick. Look at that. Look at that. So, time for a new motor, if anybody has one. Next motor is getting valve cover breathers. I got 2 of them. Probably order them here soon, but they're $189 a piece, plus the gasket, plus the bolts. So probably buy them. They're probably about $400 for the set. And if anybody wants these mirrors, let me know, because I am going to be ordering GM ones here soon. This one just needs a light. All the wiring's in there and everything. Nothing's actually broken. I just kind of hit it up against the building, so like this is the extent of the damage. But rather than throwing them away, I figure I'll give them to somebody for cheap so I can order the GM mirrors, because I'm done with the Dodge mirrors. I don't like them. Here's how we're filming. Look at that. This is seems to be the new filming method for all the YouTubers. So we'll get this thrown away. And yeah, it really cleaned it up. So at some point, I'll probably start doing the same thing with the high idle switch. I want to do this a lot nicer as well. I also need to turn the idle down a little bit. So I want to put it at 750. I put it at 850 thinking that was normal, and it is just way too high. So I gave this 3 more quarter turns and then 5 or 6 on the star wheel going towards the engine. So we'll put this in, hopefully no smoke. But what I noticed earlier, I came up the hill and the exhaust, I had it floored at a low RPM and there was no excess fuel. So 3 quarter turns is what I got. So we're up to 6 quarter turns today. This is how much in the fuel screw is. So again, we're not doing this for smoke. We're doing this for low end response. And ever since I got rid of all the pre-boost, it definitely got rid of the low end response. And for anybody asking about the timing, we're sitting at right about 18 degrees, which is kind of a lot. And if you have a stock motor, don't do that because you'll definitely blow a head gasket. All right, pre-boost adjusted. Let's see where, and we also adjusted the idle. Oh, helps turn it on. Needs to come up a little bit. All right, so let's play with this a little bit, right? We got check the smoke levels. And then we come over here and we just one hand. Look at that. Perfect. All right, so Liam likes the sound of it without the springs on it. So we'll start it with the vanes off. We'll push that. Yeah, without the vanes, the thing sounds gnarly, but it's so inefficient. All right, so we have the fuel everything's good now. The fuel shut off done. We have the idle, I believe, adjusted correctly, because every time I start it, might have to bring it down a little bit as well. Then I'm gonna bring it down a little bit again. But the fuel shutoff's working great. The tuning got all that done. So basically, all it is two 10 mil wrenches to adjust the idle. So I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. Keep forgetting about this. I gotta go get my inspection done. And I looked at my my registration card earlier. Apparently that expires in February as well. So I guess, yeah, I gotta re-register this thing. So I guess I'll do that tonight online. Hopefully don't get pulled over in the morning. But it's crude, but I have another one of these at home, so I'm gonna grab that one and then do this a little bit nicer. I may even just drill a hole, and then with that being all the way in, I may find a way to like put another nub on this. So we'll see. So maybe I can get the full complete look, but this is that's solid, ain't going anywhere. And then when we get the new pump, this will also work as well. So I'd like to do the same over here at some point with this, because what happens is when you pull on this, it actually pulls this whole thing out. So this is a high idle switch. Let me see if it even works. There you go. Get the point. Yeah, idle definitely needs to come up a little bit. I'm gonna have to adjust that cable a little bit as well. Because like if I put my foot behind it, look at that, and then, yeah. So I'm gonna have to adjust that. But it looks like the idle's perfect. I just need to adjust the pressure on that underneath the hood. All right, everything complete. Everything's perfect. I loosened up on the clamps on the inside, so the throttle cable just no longer sticks, which is great. And other than the oil, we definitely are going to need a new motor, because I could go through, fix the oil leaks and shit like I said I was going to do, and then let me show you guys. What I'm finding is we definitely, not 100% sure, but I'm pretty positive this motor needs a head gasket too. And I'm pretty positive that, you know, people are right. And gosh dang it, Bobby. I'm pretty sure that this thing's needed a head gasket for a while, because I went earlier and I pulled this off and it like shot. So definitely think it needs a head gasket, and not only that, it's definitely time to just put a new one in it. I don't even care at this point. Not a big deal. So if you have any 12 valves, P-pumped, 200,000 miles, under $2,000, let me know. Obviously has to be a good motor, but that's the budget. Cash in hand. Let me know what you guys got. But Josh is up there still doing his sensor, but I think I'm going to get out of here because kind of don't feel like sitting around all night. But everything's good on this, so we'll continue to beat the shit out of it. If it throws a rod, if it does any of that, who cares? Not super hard pressed on it. It's kind of weird weather today. It's raining, snowing, sleeting. I don't even know. Look at that. So let's get this thing fired up and get out of here. All right, let's see how she starts. Push the little lever in.
Oh, I'm so dumb.
Now push lever in. Look at that. Now, I didn't idle it all the way up to 750 like I thought I was gonna do. My thinking is because it's cold right now, the idle is always lower when it's cold. So if it doesn't fix itself, I just need to bring it up 50 RPMs. Oh, I really gotta adjust my seat. All right, so that works. Like I said, new motor time. I'm good with that. I definitely got my use out of it. The truck's obviously all last year grossed us 130, which is great. So the motor is more than paid for itself, considering I did only pay, I think, $1,500 for that motor back in 19. Josh, remember the video we did putting the 12 valve in that got deleted because I got hacked? That was a fun weekend, doing a 12 valve swap. That video no longer exists, but I get to be the first one on YouTube to actually do a full 12 valve swap on a 3rd gen, and it actually be a before video, not just an after, because I've noticed that everybody that has 12 valve 3rd gens, the most you can find on YouTube is the finished product. You can't find it done. Now, Break It Brothers, which I forget, I think they changed their name at one point. See ya, Josh. Oh my goodness. I think they changed their name at one point, but Break It Brothers Diesel had a really good breakdown, and that's actually how I learned how to do the swap, and they were the reason that I went for it. So because of them, I was able to do it, but they only have an after as well. But they did do one with a 48 RE, which was kind of cool. So hopefully we get to do one on a automatic at some point, but we are going to be doing a full thing on a 12 valve swap next week on that other black truck. If you guys ever get us, what are you doing? You're calibrating the sensor?
I'm not calibrating it, I'm centering the rack.
Oh, centering the rack on these things. It sounds like a pain in the ass, and I'm glad that I don't have a steering angle sensor. But have fun. Don't forget to lock the back door on your way out. Is he coming back with the trailer? I'll just grab it in the morning. We're going to pick up a headache rack in the morning, so that'll be fun. I get a headache rack. $700 headache rack. I'm paying $100. I can feel that pre-boost already. The star wheel I think is perfect at this point with those 6 extra clicks. I'm not going to touch the star wheel anymore. We're all low end, but with those 3 extra 1, 2, 3s, it definitely made a difference. Let's see here. Star wheel, we ain't touching it. Pre-boost, we'll see. It's definitely picked up a little bit, but I need to actually sit and test it in every gear and make sure that it's perfect. I do feel like we can use a little bit more pre-boost, because I don't. Let me stop it down to 0, and then I'll give it throttle. Oh yeah, so we're not even smoking yet with pre-boost, which is good. So no smoke on the pre-boost. It does not smoke until it lights around 10 PSI, which is star wheel and fuel plate. So that's good. We're perfect there. That's a good sign. Tuning these 12 valves is fun. I could just get AFC Live and make it a breeze and just adjust it in the cab. But I'm not going to do that, because that would be too easy and it would cost money. And then people wouldn't relate, because most people that are doing this are not going to buy AFC Live. So once I get it perfect, down the road, maybe I'll buy AFC Live. I do need to start working on a setup to be able to open and close the vanes manually, though. That would be pretty cool. Oh yeah, this thing's definitely very peppy now. But there's no smoke down low, so that tells me that I can, even though it's peppy, I can definitely make it peppier. Now, I will say the downside, I have to keep adding more fuel to get it more responsive. You're not going to get over 20 miles a gallon with the tuning that we just did. But if you were to leave it stock, 2-wheel drive NV5600 or G56, doesn't matter. Those trucks, you can definitely get 22, 23 miles per gallon on the highway, not a problem. The newer trucks kind of like fall flat because of the emission stuff and whatnot. But it is going to be nice having a responsive truck that is drivable, that doesn't have EGT issues, and it's just got all around good drivability. Yeah, we'll probably settle right around the 15 mile per gallon mark. I'd like to shoot for more, but it is what it is. I would also like to be able to drive the truck and have good drivability. Definitely ain't gonna get MBG doing that. I was able to kick it sideways in like 3rd and 4th gear coming around the one corner. Liam watched the whole thing. So 3rd gear sideways, 4th gear sideways. Not on the part that I filmed and whatnot, but Liam got to fun. So that's pretty much gonna do it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to dislike, unsubscribe, leave a hate comment, do what you guys do. I appreciate you guys. Go check out my Amazon links down below if you guys have anything on there that you wanna buy. It's all stuff that I use. It's all good stuff. Feel free. Coinbase and Mudflap is down in the description. Go check it out. Save yourself some money. Get some free money with Mudflap and Coinbase. I'll see you in the next one. Later. Also, fuel shut off.